All right, hey guys, good morning. We're here live in the studio with Claudia Archuleta with Spherion.
Good morning.
Good morning. And she's with Spherion Staffing, and what she's doing is she's helping people get ready for those job interviews. So before you even land the job or before you even get into the interview, you kind of have to know what you need to wear.
Most definitely, that's very important.
So what is it that you would not wear to begin with?
Well, the number one thing that I see candidates walking into our door when they're applying for a job is they're wearing flip-flops. It's just not appropriate. It's a little iffy. You could trip, fall.
And we have a model that's got it.
Most definitely.
So let's bring in our model who is wearing what she's not supposed to be wearing to go to a job interview. Now, if you just come and stand here next to Claudia, let's talk a little bit about it. What is she doing wrong?
Well, this is JD, and she does work for Spherion Staffing, and what she's wearing improperly is her flip-flops.
Right.
Most definitely. Jeans. She's underdressed.
Okay.
It's better to be overdressed than underdressed.
And it's always good to have like a blazer on, correct?
Yes, most definitely a blazer or solid colors or maybe a cute top.
What would you consider a cute top? Wait, hang on. We're getting way out of my comfort zone. What would you consider a cute top?
Well, this is a cute top, but like I said, once again, when you're going to an interview, you want to impress.
Okay.
So if you're wanting to impress, you need to wear like a long sleeve, perhaps like a sweater, a zip-up, maybe a collar.
Okay.
Makes you look professional.
Now we have somebody who here is wearing what they're supposed to be wearing.
Yes.
What you're supposed to be wearing at the job interview. So come on out. Now, she's got it going on with, she looks a lot more like she's ready to go to work.
Yes.
Like a power woman. Now, what is she doing correctly?
This is Jana, and she's also with Spherion. She looks professional. She's wearing the blazer, the skirt, the matching shoes with the matching blazer, not too much jewelry, not too much makeup, no wild hair. So it looks like she's definitely hireable, I would say.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Now, coming up in a little bit later on, we all know that those college students are getting ready to go for those job interviews because May is coming up really quick. So we got to get ready. Well, I'm speaking as a college student, but we have to get ready for those job interviews. So thank you so much. Now, coming up a little bit later on, we'll be talking about your body language because within those first seconds, those employers are making judgments about you, about if they're going to hire you or not. So coming up a little bit later on, we'll be discussing that. Stephen Meredith.
All right, Steve, thank you.
So body language is important? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're waking up with Jacob Bradford this Wednesday morning. He's trying to help you land that job that you really want.
Always important, and there's so many things to think about when you're going in for an interview that sometimes you might forget things that can really make a difference.
That's right. Jacob?
That's right, guys. Earlier, I was standing over there with all of them that are with Spherion, and they gave me a whole list of things that you need to learn before you even walk into the door. Now, of course, we went through the dress of what you need to wear when you walk in, but we were also talking about researching the company before you go. Now, why is that important?
Well, it's real important that you research the company. That way you understand what the industry, or what they do, better understand questions. So when you do go to the interview, you can answer them more properly. You can ask better questions yourself. I mean, that's a great way to impress them, definitely.
Right, so that way when they say, do you have any questions for us, you're ready to go.
Yes, or you can say, hey, I know you guys have been around since 1936. You were established and, so forth. So you can have great points to make about the company that you're applying for.
And even arriving, 10 to 15 minutes early is important. Now, why is that?
Most definitely. Prepare in advance. Make sure that you're ready to be there on time. You don't want to be late. That's just making a wrong impression. So leave ahead of time. Try to be there at least 15 minutes in advance.
All right. And when you go in, you don't want to be the person's friend. You don't want to be chatty Cathy. And you don't want to be, you don't want to bring your parents and your kids with you. I saw that was one of them that took me by surprise. Do you have people that bring their kids with them?
Yes, we do. Whenever we have candidates that come into our office to apply, I mean, you're coming in to apply for a job. They're coming in with their kids, with their family members, with friends, and so forth. So you've got to make sure that when you come in, you're making a first impression. You're completing an application. You're applying for a job. We may make you a job offer that same day, so come dressed to impress.
All right, well, thank you so much, Claudia. Now, when we come back, what we'll be doing is getting ready for that job interview, the body language that it takes to be in the room with them, so that way you're ready to go. Steve and Meredith, back to you.
Jacob, thank you so much. We sure do appreciate it. Let's 6:35. We're going to check in with Jacob Bradford one more time as we wake up with Jacob on how to get that job.
Learning some very important things this morning, Jacob.
All right, so we've had a process going through this, right, Claudia? We've gone from dress, application, you got the interview. What do you do now?
Well, to demonstrate, we have Jana.
Our properly dressed model, who's going to come sit down next to me, because body language is important.
We're going to demonstrate the handshake.
Good morning, Ms. Archibald.
Good morning, Jana.
Here, come stand right over next to me and demonstrate the arm shake.
Good morning.
Like this?
Yes.
Okay.
Have
firm.
a seat, please.
Firm.
Strong, firm. All right, so she's sitting down, and how do you usually... I know it's a tall chair. They probably won't have such a tall chair. But how do you normally sit when you get into the chair?
You normally sit just the way she's demonstrating now. You can cross your legs this way and keep them crossed. Don't uncross and cross and switch and back and forth, because you can distract the person that's interviewing you. Your hands are fine the way they are. Do not, cross them over like this.
This is cutting people off.
Yes, showing that maybe I'm just not interested, or it might offend the interviewer. So it's fine to have your hands crossed like this.
Right on your...
Great posture, sit up straight.
Now, does it help to sit kind of on the edge of the chair to where you get that you're sitting more higher up and not just leaning against the back of it?
Yes, definitely. So that way you won't slouch. And having great eye contact.
And also, is there a way to kind of project your voice a little bit? How do you talk to the employer?
Well, you definitely don't talk real loud, but not too low where they can't understand or they cannot hear you. Make yourself clear, and most definitely a smile. Smile is an icebreaker.
Now, a lot of students are going to start applying for those professions when they graduate in May. What is, a piece of advice that you would give them that might help them out? I know that we've been demonstrating all morning long, but, what advice would you give them?
I would say the number one advice is to definitely practice. Practice makes you better, and practice in front of a mirror or perhaps in front of one of your peers. That way you can get an honest opinion as to how you're interviewing.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for coming in. I'm sure this has helped a lot of people, including myself. But, helping a lot of people out, and the people that are going to be interviewing that aren't only college students. Coming up a little bit later on after the break, Meredith is going to be making faces. They keep saying that they keep watching me with my wheatgrass shot, but this is her day with the zoo. So be sure to keep watching Daybreak coming up after this.